Aquarius placements, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. This is going to be a general reading. If you're interested in personals, the link for that will be in the description box below. I also have my manifestation oils 30% off. They're made with crystals, herbs, essential oils, 24 karat gold flakes in each one, and I have charged them within like 3 full moons, so they're extremely potent. If you're interested in the reviews, the link for that will be in the description box. So let's see, what do you guys need to know at this current time? Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in reverse, Nine of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and Seven of Swords. Okay, so a lot of you have a lot of burdens on your plate or on your back, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of different things that you need to take care of, and it may be getting to you. Maybe the last like 10 weeks has been really difficult, or just there's been like a shift in energy where usually you can take on everything on your own, but as of right now, it's like you're kind of being weighed down by a lot of the things that you have to complete. Some of you don't have a choice, like you could be single parents, single mothers, or just like head of household, and you kind of have no choice but to really take on those responsibilities. But it's kind of the energy of needing to like pace yourself, maybe even rest when it's necessary. The Queen of Pentacles tends to be someone who's focused a lot on money, career, and home life. A lot of you could be in that energy. But with the Ace of Pentacles, you are long overdue for something good coming in from the universe, because I feel like you've racked up a lot of good karma, especially with people that have done you wrong, and you just kind of walking away and letting it go, not trying to retaliate, not trying to send any negative energy back. I feel like you really showed just how mature you can be in certain situations, and it's been hard for you to really put your happiness first. Like there's been so much that you've had to handle that I feel like it's been a bit difficult. Others of you, you are feeling a lot more happy, like a breath of fresh air all of a sudden, but you do have to watch out for some snakes in your circle somewhere. It could be friends, family members, like coworkers. Like people really cannot be trusted. You can only trust about like 10% of people, if I'm really being honest. And I feel like there's someone around you trying to be sneaky or like trying to get away with something, and you can already feel it. You can sense something's off. You may not know exactly where it's coming from, but trust and believe that that is going to come to light. And whoever this is that is trying to be sneaky, underhanded, conniving, once you find out whatever this information is, it's best for you to find a way to remove yourself, separate yourself, or just cut them off entirely. But it is going to be difficult, because for some of you, this is going to be like a family member or someone that you have to basically cross paths with that is going to be in this energy. And so how you handle it is going to determine a lot of things moving forward. But with the Ace of Pentacles, you have something that's overdue: new car, new home, new relationship, new psychic gifts, new abilities, a new sense of peace in your life. But this is something tangible that you can touch. It could even be like a new career or a new job setting, and you're kind of just waiting for things to move along, but you can't essentially just wait for things to fall on your plate. Like you have to kind of take proactive steps to shift the things in your life. So if you have been feeling an energy of stagnancy, or just feeling like things have been really mundane and still, you try to do small things throughout the day to just shift the energy and make it feel like a brand new day, because it's easy for things to feel monotonous or just to feel like every day is the same. But if you try to take, small steps, maybe make tea instead of getting coffee, or take a different route home instead of like going the exact same way, it could essentially shift that energy into a different fashion. A lot of you have been like really defensive. I don't know if this is because of the past or because of like things that people have put you through, but some of you are safe. Like there's a huge fraction of you that are now finally in a safe, peaceful place, and you can let that guard down. But I feel like if you feel the need to be resistant, or just to have like your defenses up, please pay attention to that when it comes to your intuition, because your intuition and your body can pick up on certain things that are off. Your mind may not see the signs of exactly what that is yet, but I'm just seeing something shady, and I can't tell. Whoever this is that's trying to be shady, like they're leaving evidence behind, so they're going to get caught. It's just a matter of time. And I feel like there may be someone that's trying to make you feel imbalanced, like especially with Aquarius placements. Like you guys tend to be really intelligent, like really cerebral driven, and then you meet people that like want to put you in your place, or they want to make you feel dumb, or make you look stupid, or like tend to your ego in some form or fashion. And don't allow people to goad you into a reaction or to goad you into certain arguments, like the same thing that you've been doing, and just like walking away. Certain situations you can't just walk away, like you have to stand up for yourself, but there's certain people that just want a reaction out of you. So try not to fall into those traps, because I am seeing some form of trap that someone's trying to lay out for you, but unfortunately for them, like they're gonna end up falling into their own mishaps. We have aloneness. Some of you could be feeling alone, because you know, a lot of you may not be in a relationship, or you could be single and you feel like, I'm just doing the same thing, going to work, coming home, like I barely even have time to go out. I barely have time to do anything that I enjoy. And hang in there if that's the case. If you feel that way, just hang in there, because there's going to be some form of like break coming up in the future, and this is going to make you feel happier. There's a possibility you can get invited out into some form of get together, and whoever it is that invites you, or whatever it is that you end up going, you will have a good time, but you have to allow yourself to have a good time. You could be defensive because of like certain people betraying you, and just you opening up your heart to people, and then they just like cross you or stab you in the back. And not every single person is like that, but a lot of people will just like have this jealousy or this envy towards you for absolutely no reason. Like your light just will bother them. But if you have that discernment and you feel like, I shouldn't trust this person, or I shouldn't tell this person my, you know, my good news and the things that I'm going through, make sure you trust that intuition. Let's see. What do Aquarius placements need to know this current time? Moment to moment. Yeah, you may just have to live day to day, moment to moment. Even if things are feeling imbalanced, especially financially, juggling too many of the same things, or just having so many responsibilities that it's hard to keep up with multiple things. Especially, let's say you're head of household and you get sick and you're the sole breadwinner. Like, that's stressful. So just take time for you. Make sure that you're resting and that you're eating well. Make sure that if you do have people around you that can help you, you at least delegate certain tasks. Like, don't just clean up the whole house by yourself. If there's people around you, you make sure that you're telling them, or you're giving them a sense of responsibility as well. Because with the Emperor, it's like, yes, you can be in control, but that may not be what's best for you in this moment. Right now, you kind of are going through a period of healing, or some of you even need more healing in terms of your heart space, and that's why you may be a bit more closed off. If it's hard for you to manifest things, or lately it's just been difficult, try to think about, you know, how are you feeling in terms of your heart? Like, do you feel hurt? Do you feel weighed down? Are you still harboring certain things that you went through? Is there certain things from the past that are still, you know, causing some sort of emotional heartbreak? And try to heal. I mean, healing is like never ending, but like in certain situations, you have to at least listen to your body and listen to yourself. And in days where you're not okay, it's okay to not be okay, and at least like convey that to someone so that they can help you. Because I feel like some of you struggle, but like you'll struggle alone, or you won't tell anyone when things are wrong. You know, try to basically just deal with everything on your own, and that gets heavy. That definitely gets heavy. And we have the burden, yeah. Some of you may have people in your lives that are just a burden. Like, they bring nothing but burdens to your plate. They don't alleviate or take away any of the responsibilities that you may have. If anything, they add more onto your plate, and you're going to have to decide when you're going to get tired of that and when you're going to put yourself first. Others of you may be wanting to move, focused on moving. If that's the case, that's going to happen in the future. I don't see it happening around, you know, anytime soon. But there will be a window open for you to move if that is something that, you know, you're hoping to do. Others of you, if you are in a relationship, things can get difficult. Like, it's not always rainbows and sunshine. Like, there's ups and downs and connections, and it's just important for you and your partner to communicate and to be on the same page. So even if you guys do have bad days, like, you don't let it basically drag on, and you deal with the situation at hand. And those of you that are in relationships or connections, it's like one of you may not be conveying that you're not okay, or that certain things are wrong, and you may expect like your partner to just like read your mind. Even though you guys may be around each other constantly, you're constantly changing And it's like you evolve with each other, but I also feel like there may be people that are jealous of you, jealous of your situation, jealous of your partnership if you have one. And because the Seven of Swords is coming out twice, yeah, there you have some snakes in your circle. People that smile in your face and talk shit or mess behind your back. So if you have been off social media or like feeling like you should get off social media, it may not be such a bad idea. I went and just deactivated everything that I can't accept, you know, YouTube and whatnot, because that is a public platform. But I feel like if you do have some people that just watch you religiously, when you deactivate certain things, they kind of take the attention away from you, and they essentially have to take that energy elsewhere. But you do have certain people around you that are just not happy for you. They're not happy for your blessings. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to have good things in your life. They may even try to sway you in the wrong direction. So pay attention to your gut and your intuition when it tells you that you can't trust somebody, or that someone may be misleading you. Yes, they may seem like they're so friendly and they give you all these gifts, but like behind the scenes, it could be a completely different story. Because you do have a magician or some sort of shapeshifter around you that like it's hard to pinpoint that this person is an enemy. And those are the most difficult ones. It's the ones that pretend to be your friend, or they pretend to be a support system, and then behind your back it's completely different. Behind your back, like they're just sending you evil eye and sending you bad intentions. But if you pay attention to how you feel around them, if you feel uncomfortable around somebody, keep note of that. If you feel like you shouldn't be sharing certain things with certain people, keep note of that. But with maturity, like you have a very high level of maturity regardless of what age you are. And this is also something that I feel like breeds jealousy and envy. And even though you're the type of person that will like share, like you basically share your good energy, your light, you share your love. You have this habit of trusting people maybe even too easily, because we have trust in reverse. So yeah, there's definitely someone around you that you can't trust. They want you to be an outsider. They'll send projections your way. So if you're around someone and all of a sudden you start to feel insecure, you start to feel like you're not good enough, and you were just perfectly fine when you were waking up in the morning, it's probably a sign that that person is sending you their own projections, and you're picking up on it and absorbing it and then assuming that it's you, but it's not. So it's like an energy of telepathy, but it's more like being an empath. Sometimes it's hard to sift through your own energy versus someone else. It took me a long time. Even till this day, sometimes I have a hard time mastering that concept. But whatever is going on with you, if you have a hard time on certain days, it's okay. It's okay to allow yourself to just cry and bawl your eyes out. You will feel better afterwards. Especially with purging and crying, that's like a form of healing. Healing like past trauma. So you could be in a position where you're like, my life is fine, like I'm doing great, my relationship is great, work is great, but then I just have certain days where I don't understand why I wake up feeling like this. It's not just energetic shifts, but it's also what you're going through internally from the past, like repressed trauma that is coming back up for you to heal. But just don't allow other people to burden you or to put their burdens on your plate, because you already have enough to deal with. And with the Seven of Swords coming out twice, yeah, be aware of snakes in your circle. Because there's someone who is either lying, cheating, being deceitful, and it's going to come to light. So you don't have to go looking for it. Don't worry. You do not have to go looking for it, because it's going to be revealed to you. But the key is, will you still keep this person around? Will you still give them, second, third, fourth chances? Even if this is someone that you love, you may ultimately have to cut off someone that you love, because you know that they're not good for you. They're going to hinder your growth in some form or fashion. And it's up to you to make that decision. But I also feel like financially, there just may be a lot for you to handle, more bills than usual, unexpected finances or circumstances that require you to pay money out that you did not see coming. Either way, you're going to break through any chains that come to you. Any restrictions, you will be able to break through that if you just listen to yourself and you just listen to your body and you don't listen to other people's opinions, because they can only give you advice based off of their timeline. But what works for them may not work for you. And that's why at the end of the day, you need to listen to you, because you only know what's best for you. And people have good intentions sometimes when they give you advice, but they don't understand things from your perspective. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for your support. Bye.